What's up guys, welcome to another unboxing. This is the Vivo S1 that is being launched today. We don't know the price yet. They are going to announce it today at 4:30 p.m. It's going to be up around the same time this video, so you'll know the price by then. If not, do check the blog. Now, this is a new series from Vivo. It's called the S1 and the box seems like the phone will be stylish. Well, I've already taken a look at the phone, that's how I know. So this is what's inside the box, but before that, let's check what's on the back of the box. So it says that there's going to be a 32 megapixel front facing camera, in-display fingerprint scanner, 4500 mAh battery and 18-watt dual engine fast charging. So that's what's written on the back of the box. It's pretty interesting, but before we get inside the box, I want to talk about the Z1 Pro as well. This is also a mid-range phone from Vivo, recently launched as a gaming phone. It has a PUBG exclusivity. It's like made for PUBG or whatever. It's running on a Snapdragon 712 processor, triple cameras including a wide angle camera and a 5000 mAh battery, but this has a plastic body. I'll tell you why this is necessary. And so the Z1 Pro is occupying a 15,000 rupees price point. That is also an important point. So let's get inside the box and take a look at the box contents. As usual, you have a TPU case, this TPU case, and also the important information and warranty and everything. On the back of this card, you can see the SAR value, which is 0.756 for the head SAR, and for the body SAR, it's 0.335. So what it means is that it's not as high as other devices in the mid-range, which for some devices it goes up to 1 or sometimes even above that. So I don't think this is that high, which is really good, which is very interesting that for Vivo, that's what you get as the SAR value. Now, what other things do you get inside the box? There is the phone, of course. Let's quickly take a look at the phone. A quick glimpse at the phone, you can immediately see it looks really good. It looks really beautiful. Kind of has that P30 Pro-ish look, has a nice gradient, and also a very nice glass back. This we have not seen in many phones in the mid-range. You usually see them in the phones like 20,000 or above, you see glass backs. Only phone in the mid-range that has it is probably the Redmi Note 7 Pro or the Redmi Note 7S. The Note 7 range has a glass back, which is great. Now we can see Vivo S1 has a glass back as well. Looks like a really nice phone. Let's turn it on later, but take a look at the other box contents. You have the 18-watt fast charger inside, the Vivo 18-watt fast charger, 9-volt 2 ampere or 5-volt 2 amperes. And then you have the micro USB cable. There is not a single Vivo device with a USB-C in the mid-range. Is there? They haven't released a single phone in the mid-range with Type-C. So that's unfortunate, but there is a set of earphones, which is good. Not many give you earphones, so still Vivo gives you 3.5mm jack earphones. That's good. So that's what's inside the box. Now we are going to take a look at the phone. Let's take a closer look. Alright, so this is the phone that I have in my hand here. Let's take a hardware walkthrough while switching on the phone. We'll talk about what's on the front later, but what's on the side? It's actually made of plastic on the side, but it looks like really high quality plastic. The buttons seem nice and nothing at the top. And over at the bottom, again, what an unfortunate thing. It's a micro USB port, 3.5mm jack, and you have the speakers. And on the left hand side, you have another button, which is possibly for Google Assistant or some assistant button or some extra, hopefully configurable button. We'll check that out inside. And also the SIM card tray, which possibly has a micro SD card slot. We'll see about that later. On the back, you have this nice gradient design. As I told you earlier, it looks really nice in this good lighting. And the camera arrangement is also, as you can see, it's a triple camera. There is a wide angle camera and also a normal camera along with the depth sensor. So pretty nice looking phone, and this is the first one in the S series, so I can understand where Vivo is coming from. They have not had this high quality materials in their phones for quite some time. Even with the V15 Pro, if you saw, even if it was a higher priced phone, it was not as well built as this phone, that's for sure. So this is possibly a direct competition to Redmi Note 7 series, which is a very nicely built series, and Vivo has a formidable quality improvement in terms of build quality, but of course the rest matters as well. We have already set up the phone and we have already set up everything, so nothing much to see here. It's the Funtouch OS, but what's interesting is that this is an AMOLED screen. This AMOLED screen is gorgeous. As expected, AMOLED screens are great. This AMOLED screen is great as well. We've been seeing AMOLED screens with devices like the Realme X or the Oppo K3, and this is also a really nice AMOLED screen. And the way it shows, well, you see, that's the problem with the Funtouch OS. What it has is like you have controls underneath and it refuses to pop up. Anyway, let's go into the settings here and show you the dark mode. As you can see, it's an AMOLED screen, so dark mode works really well. And let's go into the display settings and check that dark mode out, right? You see how much of a difference it makes? In this device, if you see in the dark mode, if you cannot see the bottom bezels, it means that the AMOLED is a pretty nice AMOLED. So nothing to complain here when it comes to the screen. It's a really good screen and really nice build quality as well. Let's see. Now this is the Funtouch operating system. It's a really weird operating system. Honestly, I don't mind the custom skin, but this is kind of weird. I mean, even iOS lost its control center from the bottom, so I don't know why it's there. But anyways, as you can see, really beautiful screen up at the front. There is no curved glass at the side, so it kind of edges at the thumb. It's not really smooth on the sides, but otherwise the screen looks really, really nice. Now let's talk about the camera. The camera UI, as you can see, now I am in the front facing camera, which is a 32 megapixel front facing camera. You can't see much, but it's a 32 megapixel front facing camera. And if I turn at the back, there is a wide angle option and there is a normal option. There is no telephoto, of course, but these are the two options that you get. And we have taken some few camera samples that we can show you. So here they are. Alright, so you saw the camera samples. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. And otherwise, this is Funtouch OS. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of it, but you can tell me what you think about Funtouch OS in general. I would like to hear what you say about a custom skin like Funtouch OS. I've used MIUI, I've used EMUI, I've used Realme's Color OS, Oppo's Color OS, but Vivo is its own thing. It's not exactly like Color OS or any other UI. It's a pretty different looking UI. So I'd love to know what you think about Color OS. Now the main thing about this phone is, of course, performance. It's the first phone in the Indian market to support the P65 processor. So what does that mean? You have A75 and A55 cores. So you have two A75 cores at 2 GHz, 6 A55 cores at 1.7 GHz. Now, as you can see, the phone is optimized and running at a lower clock speed. But if I do some intensive task, it's going to increase its clock speed. So that's how almost all the custom skins or custom software work. And you can see the GPU is a Mali G52, I'm sorry about that, MC2. And when it comes to the RAM, it has 6 GB of RAM. You can see how much of it is in use. And also 128 GB of storage. You get only 106.11 GB though. That's what you get. And the screen size, as you can see, it says 6.38 inches. So this is the MediaTek P65 chip. It'll be really interesting to see what kind of a performance you get with this phone. So that's what we are going to test and show you in the benchmarks and stuff like that. So keep watching about this Vivo S1 phone. We'll be posting more content mainly on our Tamil channel. So if you speak Tamil or understand Tamil, we do suggest you take a look at our Tamil channel. It's Phone Arena Tamil. And also we'll be posting some benchmarks and gaming tests on this channel as well. Let's go into the conclusion now. So this is it, guys. This is the Vivo S1. This is the Vivo Z1 Pro. They're out with new devices and with fresh new ideas. I think they are bringing triple cameras, which Oppo and Realme have not brought to the mid-range. And you can see other brands trying to bring triple cameras into the mid-range. You can see Samsung with the wide-angle cameras. You can see phones with bigger batteries and phones with good build quality. What I can say is that the Z1 Pro and the S1 are going to be really close competitors, mainly because this one, even though it has a plastic build quality, it feels really well built. You won't really feel that it's made of plastic. And it also has a punch hole display. This one has a notch. This has a 4500 mAh battery, and this has a 5000 mAh battery. This has a Snapdragon 712. This has a P65. So it's going to be really interesting to see which one beats the other in terms of performance, or which one beats the other in terms of, let's say, pricing. This is already 15,000 rupees. Is this going to be less or is this going to be high? You must already know by now. So what do you think about these two phones, and what do you think about Vivo's new phones, and what do you think about the competition as well? Do you think they should offer this kind of good build quality and good wide angle cameras? They should, right? Lots of them, they are not offering this. I mean, you don't have an in-display fingerprint scanner on this one, so it's not entirely new technology, and it's LCD. This one has AMOLED and in-display fingerprint scanner. Even though it's not as fast as some other in-display fingerprint scanner, it still is an in-display fingerprint scanner. So that's going to be an interesting test to see which Vivo is going to be a better choice. So comment below, what do you think about these phones, and what do you think about Vivo's new range of smartphones? Let us know, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you want more videos like these. We're trying something new here. We'll see you again in the next one with another new try.